Assalamu alaikum everyone, how are you? I hope that all of you are fine. I am Azizullah Mufti and our this series is about O level and IGCSE Mathematics. We are doing the topic Introduction to Coordinate Geometry. In the last video, if you remember, I have told you that whenever there is an equation, the standard format of the equation is y is equal to mx plus c, and this equation only represents a straight line. Okay, and I told you that the question given with the two criterias. One is that you are given a graph, and from the graph you have to find the value of the gradient m by using rise over run method, and C is the point where the line meets y-axis, and using this we write down the equation of a straight line. So this was the first method and we have covered it in the previous video. Now the second method is you are not given a graph, you are given 2 points. Okay, and using those 2 points we have to write down the equation. We are required to write down the equation of a straight line in the format y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, all right, so now let's start. For example, you are given any 2 points. Okay, first step, as I told you, that always write down the equation. It will tell you that which parts, which things you need to find out to write down the equation. As in this case, we need to find m and c. Okay, m, how to find it? We find it by using a formula which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is the formula for m. Okay, to find the gradient. Okay, or you can say it as change in y or change in x. All right. Okay, now let's solve an example. Okay, example is write down the equation of a straight line passing through the points a 7 and 18 and b 3 10. Now using these 2 points you have to write down the equation. The first step, what you do, as I told you, that write down the standard format. Now you are clear about the target, target which is find the value of m and then c. Okay, how to find m? In this case we'll find m by the formula, using this formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so whenever you are using the formula, it's always better, helpful, it's not must, you can do it mentally, but it's always helpful that write down the given points in the rough column. Okay, upside down. It will help you to identify the y values, y coordinates and the x coordinates, and it will make you to plug in the formula easy to avoid any confusion. Okay, as in this case you can see that the first values are the x values and first both values are y values. Now it's easy for you to identify and you can subtract. The only thing that now you need to subtract these only. Okay, so now plug in these values in this formula. Okay, you can see it is 18 minus 10 over 7 minus 3, which simplifies into 2. Okay, now plug in this 2 in the value of in place of m, so which will give you y equals 2x plus c. So half part is done. The second part, to find the y-intercept. Okay, for that what we are going to do, that any one point of either a or b you plug in into this. Okay, so now let's solve it. You have this equation which you found. Okay, now you plug in any one point a or b and solve it for c. You need little bit algebra here. Okay, now for example, if you plug in a, you have 7 18, the coordinates of a, you have to substitute x and y, be careful, the first value is y. Okay, so carefully write 18 here and then 7 in place of x, and if you simplify you get the value of c as 4. Okay, you want to check for b? Okay, check it. Now if you see, you replace the b in the equation what you got and you solve, and you see the value is same as you got in the first. So whatever point you use, either a or b, it will not affect the final value of the y-intercept. Okay, now you have the value of y-intercept, replace it in the equation. So my final equation become y is equal to 2x plus 4. Okay, so this is the equation which has the gradient as 2 and it will pass through 4 on the y-axis. Okay, let's take another example. For example, write down the equation for straight line passing through the points a 6 minus 4 and b minus 3 2. All right. Okay, so let's start. You remember the method, write down the standard format of the equation first. Okay, great. Now write down the formula and write down the given points upside down. You can write b up and a down, doesn't make any difference. Your final answer will be same. Okay, now replace these values in the formula. So you can see minus 4 minus 2 over 6 minus 3, and you simplify this. This will give you minus 6, this will give you 6 plus 3 which is 9, and if you simplify it will give you negative 2 by 3. Okay, now I have the value of gradient, value of m, replace it in the given in the standard format. Okay, now you have this equation. Second part, find the y-intercept. Okay, follow the same method. You just replace any one point, either a or b, in the equation. Okay, you can see that again, be careful, the first value is of y which is negative 4, then minus 2 by 3 into 6 plus c, and if you simplify it will give you the value of y-intercept as 0. Okay, to just confirm, it's not must, check it for point b as well, and you notice that in both cases you have same values of the y-intercept. Okay, now write down the equation, the final answer. What will it become? That we have y is equal to negative 2 by 3 x plus c. Replace this c by 0, which can be eliminated. So now your answer is y is equal to negative 2 by 3x. No need to write 0 here. All right. Okay, I hope that you understand. Now the last very important thing that you noticed in the previous example, the final answer, it was 2x plus 4. So when you draw that line meets the y-axis at 4. Okay, now where this line will meet the y-axis? Yes, you are right, it will meet the y-axis at 0, which means when you draw this line it will pass through the origin, it will pass through the center. Okay, so that's all. I hope that you understand the concept, and if you like this video, remember to subscribe my channel so that you can get the more updated videos, and remember to click on the bell icon as well. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.